Looking good and feeling good is a huge part in taking your paintball game to the next level. Make sure you're plenty hydrated, get your stretching in beforehand, and make sure those flex bottoms are as crispy as ever. I'm Tony from Lone Wolf, and today we are talking how to remold your JT Proflex goggle system.
Why? Because who's the best source to remold your Proflex bottoms?
Best source for paintballs is lonewolfpaintball.com. I'm not going to say we're the best source for remolding bottoms, but I will give you your first step into taking your Proflex journey to the next level. So, I have a pair of nice bandana whites. They look good, right? They look all right. Because as we can see here on the bottom, Fitz, can you see that at all? Can you see any distortion? Because I can see it.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little distorted, so I don't like that. So I chose a method to remold flex bottoms that most of you guys will have access to, which is simply going to be some cardboard. So you want to choose thick enough cardboard for the bottoms. If you guys do have any warping in there, that is actually going to be able to mold and hold. So I chose a thick enough piece here, and I even wrote some dimensions on there for you for the actual bottoms itself. So it looks like up top about 11 1/4, and then about 4 inches from bottom to top here, 4 inches all the way across, about an 11 1/4 should fit that perfectly. And like I said, a lot of you guys out there have access to cardboard if you need to remold your flex bottoms. So I made that. If you guys want to obviously make your own little cardboard mold at home, cut it out, be careful, and we'll be on your step to success. Also, you're going to need a hair dryer. Safe method here, not too hot. Keep your little fingers out of the way.
That's how Tony's hair looks so good, is that hair dryer right
Always
there.
is this hair dryer right here. Came from home. So I'm going to take my bottoms off, go lower hardware here, and then lower hardware on this side. So let's go in here with my Phillips and then an Allen. So that's all I need to do is take this off.
That piece of cardboard looks super highly engineered.
It is. It's got specs on it too.
It's actually got plug holes.
It does. So yeah, I'm taking this hardware out. I'm going to be reusing this hardware here to actually attach the cardboard, and then I'm going to use my hair dryer as a heating method to hopefully, get it warm enough, the bottoms, to remold to my template here. All right, so let's take the other one off.
Yep. You keep working on that. People have talked about a heat gun.
Yes, but you got to be careful with those.
Yeah.
We do have a heat gun here, obviously, but you have to be careful with those. So I picked items that a lot of people at home will have readily available. And obviously on your current goggle, you already have the hardware, so you don't need to worry about that. So
would you suggest a heat gun?
Depends on how, if you get too close, you could melt the bottom, you could melt your hands. So you'd have to be very careful with the heat gun. That's why I chose the blow dryer more. Everyone has pretty much access to a blow dryer, and it's not going to burn your hand if you get it too close. So now that the bottom hardware is off, I should be able to simply take off my bottom frame, and this is where this is going to come into play here. So Fitz, are you a molder? You're well, I was going to say something about the chin strap, but are you a magnetic chin strap guy?
I'm a no chin strap guy.
You're a no chin strap guy?
I'm kidding. No, I just, whatever chin strap's on there. I like my magnetic chin straps, but yeah.
Okay. Well, so I was just wondering now that I was dealing with that, but pretty much I'm going to take the mold that I showed you guys here, 11 1/4, 4 inches from top to bottom. I'm going to place it on the inside of this flex and hopefully get this bottom. I'm going to let that sit for a few days after I heat it up and hopefully get this bottom going. So I'm going to go on the inside, then I'm going to use my previous hardware, and we're going to get this sucker going here.
Nice.
So Fitz, have you ever had to do this to any of your flexes? Because I know you are a collector.
No, not necessarily.
No, so you keep your flexes in pretty good shape?
I mean, yeah. I don't put them in a case. I wonder if that makes a difference.
No, I know some people do. They definitely put them in a case.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to I put them obviously topside down. Sometimes I'll put them in the sun.
So you try to do that. Well, the sun, I was going to mention the sun to you guys out there while I'm screwing these in, but the sun can also fade.
Oh no.
Yeah, so the sun can help you remold, but the sun can also fade, yes.
Not to get completely off topic, but if you want to fade your sandana, just put it on your front dash. Not the back dash, the front dash.
You're a wild one. Yeah, why, you going to steal it?
Huh?
You going to steal it?
Steal what? A sandana? Yeah. No, I'm trying to fade it.
Oh, you're trying to really get it OG?
Yeah, I want to get it faded.
All right, so hardware is in, so now I have an actual mold. I have a nice, make sure your cardboard is thick enough. So I have this in here. I have my hardware screwed in on the actual backside itself. So this is what it should look like. And then you are going to make sure your chin strap is up and out of the way. Take your hair dryer here
And what setting do you have that on?
I got it on high. I'm gonna let her heat up, and then I'm going to simply just press and mold around here. And then it might take you guys a couple of times to do that, but hair dryer is definitely the way to go. Focus on the areas that already have, obviously, the mold that are funky. We're heating up, baby.
Heating it up.
Oh yeah, I can feel it getting pliable now. So what I'm gonna do to not bore you guys, I'm gonna hit this for another about 5 or so minutes, kind of make sure I get that exactly where I want it to be. I can feel that it is definitely pliable now. Nice and warm, kind of push it in, mold it with your fingers to exactly the fit that you guys want. So a quick little video, how to remold your bottoms at home with stuff you probably have laying around. I'm Tony from Lone Wolf. I hope this video helped you out. And always remember to shop the best, and that is right here at lonewolfpaintball.com.